2025 Kia K4, a mid-size sedan from Kia, and it's restyled for 2025. And you're looking at the most striking things about the redesign. This door over here looks like a hatchback. It's not a hatchback. It's got a conventional trunk over here. Whatever's going on with this window here doesn't really work for me. I think extending it through here and giving it a little bit more glass would look better. This vertical cut where there's no other vertical lines anywhere on the car is kind of strange. And this chrome piece, is this the Hofmeister clink, whatever BMW calls it? I don't know what is it supposed to be, but it's not working for me. Having said that, the only other thing that's not working for me is those black fender things. This is you typically see on an SUV. I don't know why it's black. I'm not crazy about it. It makes the wheel look smaller and the wheel arch is bigger. Again, it's a styling thing. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. It's a relatively mild update. Kia and Hyundai love to do some crazy things with their LED headlights, and this is no exception. It certainly does look pretty cool. This is the GT line model, which is one of the top models now. I didn't think it used to be some time ago. There's a GT Turbo above it. This has a naturally aspirated 2-liter engine. I think it's 400 horsepower, 147 horsepower. And it's got a little bit premium package with bigger wheels and an optional sunroof. It doesn't look bad from this angle, but this whatever's going on here is not working for me. Is the door open? The door is not open, but I want to show you something about the rear door which does drive me nuts, and this isn't the first offender to do this. So you go to open this door, you pull over here, and then bam, this hits you right in the family jewels. Because I don't know why, but this door sticks out so much beyond the door handle that when you pull this open, it's very difficult not to whack yourself where it hurts the most. That said, I mean, you see where the door handle is and where the door ends? It's basically, it's almost a foot. Anyway, once you get those doors to open, you have a nice comfortable back seat. You get 2 USB-Cs over there. There's a nice size sunroof. The seats do fold down for bigger items. This is not a hybrid, it's a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. This glass sunroof is nice and big. It's smaller than it looks. It's actually up to here and opens about that 2 months. So it looks cool, but it is a little bit small, but it's fine. I like it. I'm fine with it. That's not a complaint. Otherwise, the interior is nice, but what a lot of automakers do these days is you can go from one model to another, and the layout is completely the same. This isn't, and let me show you why. And I don't know if this is good or bad. It's an observation. But let's say you go to any Volvo, and the dash is the same, and the switches and everything else is in the same spot. You go to any BMW, it's the same thing. Here, Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, they're all a little bit different, but this is different from other Kias. Let me explain to you. You sit down over here. Yes, you have your shifter and everything, but this car has ventilated seats and heated seats, which took me a while to find them, and turns out that they're over here on this door next to your memory switches. No other Kia, Hyundai, or Genesis that I know of has those switches over there. Typically, the push button to start is somewhere over here. I guess there's no room for it over here, so they placed it down here. It's totally fine. Whoever buys this car will get used to it fairly quickly. I'm just saying that it's different than others. Typical Kia, Hyundai design over here, wireless charger. This you can shift between just charging and having a phone projection. 2 USB-Cs over here. Climate control is automatic, but interestingly, you have the temperature and fan settings over here for both zones. But otherwise, this section of the screen, or 2 screens, I should say, is fixed for climate control, and Let me close this door so this disappears on us, and it's basically always there. Radio is interesting, or I should say that this interface. One thing I did notice is when you go to Sirius XM, it doesn't fully tell you what song or title you're listening to. It just doesn't have that whole display of it. I mean, it's over here, I guess, but it seems a little bit small compared to others. You have a little scroll thingy over here. You can put up, whatever features you want over here. I like the compass because I always play a pilot and I'm saying, oh, I'm flying at 260 degrees, whatever. You know what I mean. Clean gauge cluster, or I should say the display where gauge cluster used to be. Nothing fancy here. The mirrors took me a little bit to adjust. They're sort of thin and narrow, but they're fine. The car drives really well. Conventional shifter, CVT transmission, although Kia does call it somewhere else. Steering wheel is nice. All audio controls are on this side. I prefer them on my left side because I usually have a cup of coffee in my hand, and then if I'm drinking a cup of coffee, I'm driving with my left hand. I can't switch these, so I have to put the coffee cup down and then switch the radio stations. Interesting thing, I made a separate video about this. This little binnacle over here, pop it open, and cup holder pops up. It's nice. It's got these two prongs over here that keep smaller cups in place. This is a pretty cool design, and it does it for this side too. So you can have a bin or you can have your cup holders. Pocket over here. You can put a bottle over here vertically. Nice sedan. Not much to complain about here. Rides well, handles very nicely. It's unfortunate there's not much to write home about. It doesn't do anything wrong, but it just as well doesn't do much. Doesn't have anything that really sticks out in it. It's a good alternative to whatever else is on the market. I did enjoy it more than a Camry, even though the Camry might be a little bit bigger. This window bothers me. This mess over here between the door and this would be a reason for me not to buy it. But again, this is just me. I'm not going to comment on cars' looks. That's the one thing you can do by yourself. Trunk is manual, as in it's not power. It's got, you can tell that it's a little bit of a budget line, as these cables are exposed. You don't have these hinges are impeding the trunk space a little bit, so they went low custom design of that. That's one thing you can tell if a car is premium or not. It does have a temporary spare tire, which is always a plus. Good sized trunk. It's a sedan. I think you could fit a mountain bike in there if you take the front wheel off. Good economical 4-cylinder car, nice runabout. It is comfortable. Even my daughter said, that sitting in the front, even though it feels like a small car, especially, we're jaded by all the SUVs, but there's a lot of space just sitting in the front seat. You're not cramped. So that's nice. Yeah, not much else to it. Interesting alternative to all the other sedans on the market, and there's a lot of them, but the numbers are shrinking because everybody's going with an SUV. That's all I got on this. Bye.